Blazing Hit Radio.
Good morning, you guys.
Now with more us.
You rock.
Better music, less commercials, more Larry and
I
Kathie.
just love you both.
Happy Monday?
Happy Monday.
Is that a thing?
No, it's not. We're here.
Yeah, we are. Weekends are supposed to revive you, not wear you out.
Totally. I'm exhausted.
I need a weekend for the weekend.
Totally. I can't believe we got to make it another 5 days.
I know.
But then it'll be St. Patty's Day and it's time to go party.
Yeah, I told Chris that this would be the first time where we didn't have to be in the St. Patrick's Day parade, which to some people they'd be like, "What? You don't want to be in a parade? That sounds fun."
Right.
Not after 15 years of being in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even longer for me because I used to be in it for band. And then before that, it was Girl Scouts. So me and the St. Patty's Day parade go
They've
way
been
back.
together for a long time.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, you guys enjoy that. We're definitely going to not go. We can sit this one out.
I got invited for the first time to be on a float. Finally.
Oh, right, because we always had to walk.
Yes, even when I was a Girl Scout, you walk. When you're band, you walk. When you're radio station, you walk.
Whose float?
Tullamore Irish Whiskey. So,
oh, nice.
Tullamore Dew.
Yeah, Tullamore Dew. That's them. So
you know how Tullamore do?
You know, which is it's a damn good whiskey. And so to be partying with them, but I'll be drunk by 11.
Yeah, and then you're supposed to be heading the YOLO rum float.
Right.
We're like, hey, why is she on a whiskey float?
Exactly.
Get her. Get over here. So wait a minute.
Irish whiskey!
Whiskey is hardcore. Yeah.
Whiskey is, I love whiskey.
Who do you know there?
Whiskey and bourbon, they're my favorite.
Who do you know at the whiskey place?
Just the Tullamore Dew representatives.
Oh, wow. They're like, who spends the most on whiskey in this region? Invite her to be on the float.
They came on the TV show on Every Day.
Oh, okay.
And we just got along famously.
Right.
And
Are you Irish? You're not Irish.
Yeah, no, I'm Irish. Italian.
Okay.
Yeah.
You never claim Irish until this day, you drunk.
Yeah, that's actually true, right? If I'm eating potatoes or
Are you Irish? Do you have any
St. Patty's Day.
Do you have any Irish, Pulte?
No, I'm Slovenian, Croatian.
Are you really?
And Polish, and yeah, I'm kind of a mutt.
Okay.
You're
All
a
those
white guy.
Yeah, all those Europeans up in Chicago.
Right. Are you worried having Polish in your DNA history?
No.
Why?
Why is,
They're not the smartest.
oh yeah, how many
That
Poles?
is like so old from the back in the day.
It totally is.
Right.
My cousins are some of them are Polish, like Bukovinski. That's their last name.
So that would make you Polish too.
No. It's from
No,
wherever
I'm
they
only
married.
Polish on drinking Polish cake.
On darn it, what are those little things called that they eat?
Polish sausage.
No, but whatever. Darn it, I can't believe
It's a
I
North
forgot it.
Pole.
No, it's pierogies.
Oh, pierogies.
Pierogies.
Love pierogies.
Yeah, those are cute. Little
Those are
Polish
basically
things.
giant gnocchi.
Yeah, and I love gnocchi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That sounds Japanese, but it's not.
it's not. It's little fat
Gnocchi.
little puffs of
Yeah, it's gnocchi.
of potatoes. They're yummy.
And people are like, there they go. It only took them 10 minutes to get to food.
All right.
go.
Happy Monday. We're not going to do it. This is our week, right? We're going to be better this week.
Yeah, I thought we would start maybe
Today.
No. Remember I
Have you
said
already
Wednesday.
cheated? We could start today.
Oh, no, my mom made all this food and it's sitting at my house.
Oh, right. Okay. So
So that would be
He
futile.
said Wednesday.
right. Well, can Mike and I come over today and help you get rid of it? And we can
Yes.
start tomorrow. How much food did she make?
She made like a dozen burritos.
Oh, we got that.
And a
Yeah, we can handle
cheesecake.
that. We can smash that.
A pineapple cheesecake
Okay.
Yeah.
with graham cracker crust.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's from childhood, and she was like, I was like, I remember you making a cheesecake, and she's like, I'm on it. She hangs up. I'm like, and
That'd be
she found the recipe, and she made a cheesecake.
God, that'd be awesome.
Your mom cooks, Bolty, right?
Yeah, she's pretty good.
And your mom cooks, Jake?
My mom can cook. Yeah, she doesn't. I mean, whatever.
She doesn't bring it.
No, when she does cook, she brings it.
Oh, okay.
But it's always a big hassle for her. So
Right, you're like,
you don't want to stress her out with asking her to cook anything.
right,
She's not like your mom, where she's like it likes it.
right. But
Like, my mom has. I've always grown up with cookbooks galore all over the house, and but she never seems to actually like it.
you know what? I'm like, for the first time, totally all about expanding my knowledge of being in the kitchen. So my sister got us this cookbook, and we're killing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like trying to like nab my mom's recipes and trying to alter them to not have dead animals in them. But
Right.
You can spend a whole weekend just doing that.
Yeah, no lie.
Yeah.
and we're back to food.
Yeah, come on.
Blazing Hit Radio.
Better music,
Less commercials.
more Larry and Kathie.
Thank God you're back, and these look amazing.
Yeah,
Kathie
God.
went to Voodoo Donuts off of Colfax, which is open 24 hours a day.
Happy Monday.
It was Kathie's turn.
Yeah.
And thank you. These look amazing.
No problem. I just, of course, there was like,
People waiting for
no,
donuts.
well, there was that. There was like a car that wasn't running too well. There was the buses
Oh, yeah.
on Colfax. It was like,
See how we
I just couldn't win.
see why we need an intern?
Right. We got some people asking about that
Oh, good.
because you said intern.
Right, we'll do an internship, and it's non-paid, but you do get credit for it. I mean, as long as you're
They
getting
do?
credit. Well, I mean, yeah, that's like how an internship works. It's either paid or credit.
Right.
This is a credit.
Yes, right. Yeah, we're not paying.
I mean, but you benefit by being around us anyway because you'll get to eat a donut too. Like we're not going to go out and get breakfast and not feed the
No,
intern.
you can ask any of our interns.
Right, they all got fat.
Larry paid for
doing their internships with us. We put like 10 pounds at least on each intern.
Right.
Right.
Chick-fil-A, that used to be my favorite for breakfast. No, who am I kidding? Original House of Pancakes, that was a treat.
Ooh. Oh yes, the coconut waffle.
Oh, stop
my
it.
God.
Yes.
All right, so you got a new member of the family.
I did. I adopted a new dog yesterday.
Yay!
Yay! A deaf boxer.
Oh my God! So I was thinking like he was a puppy because I thought you said he was a puppy.
He's 10 months old.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's still a puppy,
Yes.
but I didn't think he was going to be as big as he is.
Right.
And I saw him and I was like, "Whoa, is he the same size as Arnold?" Or
He's probably a little taller. I mean, he's going to be big like most Steph was.
Okay.
He's like 51 pounds right now, and he looks
beautiful.
like he's starving.
He's so beautiful. He's got that like one little brown ear.
He's all white except for his little brown ear.
It's so adorable, and he doesn't know any signs yet. You just
No.
brought him home yesterday.
Right. And so whoever had him prior to me, he came from New Mexico. So he doesn't
So he's a New Mexican.
he doesn't know any signs, but he's starting to pay attention to my hands.
He's all okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
See.
You're all see Kathie J. So that's kind of cool. You'll get to teach him all the signs and the girls the signs at the same time.
Right.
Very cool.
But for little kids, you have to have the right kind of temperament with a deaf dog. Because, if you think about it, if you can't hear and you're asleep and someone comes up and they
they don't hear you coming and going, "Hey, puppy."
you're gonna jerk. So
Right.
I need to have like a dog that's not gonna jerk and go bah, but a dog that's just gonna go wah.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Right, not scared.
Right, like a
that
touch
kind of
to
stuff.
them is saying hello.
Right.
Right.
So you can't ever do bad touches.
Right, for sure.
On a deaf dog.
Well, and it's like you're playing with fire because Chris sometimes will go, "Let's try by the Dumb Friends League," and I'm like, "No."
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, because
That's all it took.
How are you going to go through? Connect with a couple dogs and then leave and go, "I'm still thinking about that dog." Yeah. So you saw him, you met him, and I knew you were playing with fire because your life is crazy anyway.
Yeah.
You have 2 little kids.
Yeah.
Already have a dog.
Yeah.
A husband.
Yeah.
A mister. You have, as far as like, not a mistress, a mister.
Who's my mister?
We're not allowed to say. Mayor Hancock. Anyway, so Kathie sees Mayor Hancock on the side. Everybody knows it.
I call him Mr. H.
You're all, "Hey, hand. Want a hand?"
Yeah, no. And that's what it was. It's like, because, Lennox passed away in September.
Right.
And I've kind of enjoyed the one dog unit.
For sure.
You know, it's like, everything's a lot simpler. There's not as much food going out. There's not as much poop to pick up.
And it's not
as much
crazy.
dog hair.
Right, because when there's 2 of them, they kind of incite each other to be a little more crazy.
Totally.
Right.
So, but then all of a sudden somebody, and I peruse through stuff and I'll look at stuff.
Yeah,
and
Kathie's version of porn is perusing deaf dog sites. So look at that one's real deaf.
But
That one has a hearing aid.
Mr. Fission's not happy with me because this next dog was supposed to be his choice. And I kind of bum rushed his
He's
choice.
all, "I wanted a blind dog." She's like, "You're a bitch."
He wanted an English bulldog.
I just saw a video on a dog that was blind and deaf.
I know, and it was the cutest little video.
And he just wanted to hang out, and he sat and he still looked up in the right direction. And
Yeah.
he had to like feel his way around the room and know where things were. But he was so loving.
Totally. No, blind dogs, like you got to leave your furniture where it is in the house so
Mm-hmm.
they can know.
So you can't be gay because I'm always redecorating.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't be gay and own a blind dog because it's not nice to a blind
I'm
dog.
sorry, Pascal. You didn't see the new gorgeous statue in the living room. Wipe up that blood.
Oh.
So what's his name?
At the moment, it's Jack.
Oh, nice.
But technically, I mean, he's deaf. He doesn't know what his name is.
I know, but it's for everybody else. Everybody will identify with his cool
right.
name. I like
but,
Jack.
But it's been like
Just Jack.
oh, Jesus.
I love it.
Like the traffic going to Voodoo Donuts was bad. The traffic getting here was like, it's just been one hell of a.
Right.
Like
It's a good week to have a puppy.
Right.
That's not house trained yet.
And he's like got diarrhea because he's coming out of the kennel and the poor food that they feed him.
Right. So he's switching over.
Right.
And
he's
then
peeing everywhere. He just got neutered and it's swollen. So it's like, ugh. So all night. So already there's been 2 big stains in the carpet.
oh, great.
I know, but
Well, here's the thing. Before you know it, he's going to be so freaked out because he's going to realize I get to stay here. You know what I mean?
yeah, right.
And then he'll just totally fall in line with the other dog who will help
Hopefully.
him. Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna have to replace that carpet.
Right. I know.
Good thing Mr. Efficient already has the spare roll in the attic.
Oh, right.
You know what
Totally.
I mean?
He bought extra.
He's that commercial where they rip up the carpet and there's more carpet underneath.
Right.
Blazing Hit Radio.
I love that morning show.
Now with more us.
They wake me up.
Better music, less commercials, more Larry and Kathie.
In the morning, in the shower.
Hey, coming up, we want to hear from you guys because this had like a huge response when we posted this. It was, hey, Colorado is full. You can stop moving here now.
Okay.
And then it's a meme with a bunch of fingers going in the air instead of the peace signs. It's the Facebook fingers.
You're so welcoming.
Yeah. So that went crazy because people are just like over it, over the crowdedness, over the price of everything.
Yes.
Traffic.
And, right. It's just at first it was fun. We were like, hey, look at all these new people that came.
Right.
And then they stayed.
Right.
So we want you guys to chime in on that and where your thoughts are. Maybe you're one of the people that just moved here and you're loving it, and you came from a more crowded city.
Right.
So if you came from New York, you're like, I'm loving this. If you came from Los Angeles, you're like,
You're loving
these
this.
freeways are awesome.
Totally right.
Right. So hit us up 303-728-3420. Thanks to producer Wiggins. He came through and hooked up all our stuff again. So we
Yay.
got our text line that is up on the screen behind us now, so Kathie can see that nice and clear. 303-728-3420. Let us know. And then I posted a similar meme on Insta, and it was basically for the people that have moved here.
Yeah.
It was like, so you moved here. Welcome. It's already happened. You're here.
Yeah, right.
But is there any way you could learn to drive? Would that be possible?
Oh, that
then
must have set
that blew
people
up
off.
too. Right. So
Right.
hit us up on the vibe that you're feeling of the overcrowded city that is Denver.
Okay.
Like I said, we got a huge response, so we'll
Yes.
read a lot of those. But we want to hear from you now as well. You can also call us at that number too.
Yes.
Our phone line got reset.
Yay. So give us a call. On the text line this morning, congratulations, Kathie J, on the new addition to your family. That's awesome. Yay. You're such a good dog mom. I know.
It's the hardest part right now.
It is the hardest
training
part. Plus, him being deaf, like I wanted a deaf dog because I've never had a better relationship than the one you have with the deaf dog. Because, dogs don't ever really look at you because there's no need to. They can hear you. So they're your
I
sidekick.
make you. She look at me all the time.
Totally.
I'm all, hey, beast.
No,
and then sometimes they're like I don't know, man. I just love him so much. We're like, we have this thing where we like see each other from across the room while there's a bunch of people over, and I'm like, what's up, buddy? And I'm like, we just have this thing,
No, totally.
And it's like both Chris and I have like our little love affairs with him. So like when he's on the stairs, like Chris will be cuddling him and stuff. So he totally gets his love. And you said you were going to possibly give us Arnold when you first got him, and I know that a dog would bring new life to him.
Yeah.
And I've seen that before, but I've never wanted to put him in the situation where he was like, who's that?
Right.
You know what I
right.
mean?
I just want to be
That's
with you.
my cuddles.
Right.
Right. It's kind of like Baby Boss when the baby comes in and he's all, where's my song? I'm ready for my song now.
Right. Sorry, we're busy.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
But no, Yoshi is an exceptional dog.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
He and Newman, the one before him.
Right.
Great
They're almost like
dogs.
clones.
Totally. But it's kind of like, only children. They
Right,
have more attention, so they...
Right, for sure.
Yeah, so he knows how to communicate better.
The only difference is they never go to college.
Right.
They never leave. They never get married and have kids.
Nope.
Because we fixed him.
Which is probably best because that gets expensive.
Right.
Yes. So in addition to it being just crazy for me overnight and stuff, it was also daylight savings. So a lot of
Right.
people this morning are dragging ass.
Right. It's kind of like jet lag.
Yeah, I saw it all out there in the traffic.
You know what cures that?
What?
Legal marijuana.
Oh, yeah.
Because then you don't
Right.
care. You're like, what? I forgot what happened yesterday.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. So there's things though this morning that I'm offering to
Tips.
help you.
Oh, cool.
To stay
To
a little
adjust.
calmer.
Okay.
And possibly a solution to really hate your boss without having to hurt your boss.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm in.
Which would help all of us, right?
Okay.
Okay. So let me just start with how to be a little bit more calmer. Okay, everybody.
I just said it. Pot.
Right. That is one.
Although some people smoke it and they're like, I'm not calm. What happened? What is this?
Just chill. Just chill.
Did you hear that? I heard something.
Calm down.
No.
Just calm
I
down.
heard something.
Drink some
Why
milk.
did you give this to me?
We need some milk.
I need to calm down. Yeah, don't do that. Don't take
do
my
that.
advice.
We're
Yeah.
not going with that. Okay.
Go with Kathie's advice.
I'm going with the fact that stress is contagious. So if you want to be
Oh, right.
calmer, you should hang out with calmer people.
Right, exactly. That's why, by half mid-show, Wiggins had us worked up into a fervor.
He did.
He's very like,
He did. I hate them too, Wiggins.
right, we're all, screw them. Yeah, he's crazy.
No, for sure. Right.
Right,
It
right,
does
right.
get infectious.
Right, that's we Combolti.
Yeah, we like Combolti.
Namaste.
We call him
Namaste.
Combolti.
Combolti. But there's people right now driving to work that just left mayhem at their house.
No, that was you. You left a new dog
I did.
pooping on the carpet.
Right. And if the kids were awake, they would have been screaming and fighting.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know where you can find your calm, but try to
Blackbird
find
singing
something
in the dead
around
of
you.
night.
If you spend time with people who are just as stressed, it messes with your brain and makes you more stressed out.
Okay,
Yeah.
that
That's Wiggins. That was a perfect example.
Well, and me acting like the stoner, the person that got stoned that never gets stoned.
Yeah.
That stressed me out. I'm like, that poor person.
It
They're
did.
really tripping balls. I've been there.
Are you supposed to drink milk?
Right.
Yeah, that's what
Really?
they say. Milk will bring it down.
I've never heard that.
I heard you're supposed to eat a whole loaf of bread, so you're like, I can't believe I hate a whole loaf of bread.
I'm a horrible person. And finally, a way to get back at your boss without having to really get back at your boss.
Lick his coffee cup?
No, none of that. You can do this from afar, but
yes.
still have
it's
the
like
same.
a booger in his coffee cup
No,
from
none
across
of that.
the room.
None of that.
From downtown.
According to a new
He shoots and he scores.
now this doesn't involve boogers or Visine
Okay.
or anything.
Okay.
Thumbtacks in their chair, none of this. Okay? This all involves a study of 230 people. When employees got voodoo dolls of their bosses and jammed needles into them, it actually made them resent less about their jobs and their boss.
And what's funny is we tried to do that for a boss that we hated. We got a voodoo doll and we started sticking pins in it. And it was like acupuncture for him. He was like, my back is better.
Right.
Thanks, everybody.
I'm going golfing.
Right. He's all, I can breathe. Oh, my God.
We opened up his lower chi. We had no idea.
And then we hit a pin for success. And
Right.
he skyrocketed in the company. Yeah, it was crazy.
Right. So literally the study shows you hate your boss, you hate somebody at work, just go get a voodoo doll and jam needles into it, and it'll make you feel less resentful.
No, there's two type of voodoo dolls. The funny ones that you buy in the joke store.
Right.
And then the ones you find from the voodoo person.
Right, the ones you get in New Orleans.
Right, exactly. With
good
the
one.
brick dust in it and
Right.
something or other.
Researchers say, as weird as it sounds, we found a simple and harmless symbolic act of retaliation can actually make people feel like they're getting even and restoring their sense of fairness.
That makes sense because so far we've done the voodoo thing, but we just, when our boss stressed us out, we ate Voodoo Donuts.
Right.
Like we have this
Right.
morning.
And we'll be the ones,
Yeah.
feeling it later. Also, they say if you don't want to do voodoo because you're worried about the black arts,
You don't want to do voodoo, the voodoo that you do so well. It's spell hell. Make me want to shoot.
Throw darts at a picture of your boss.
Okay, that's awesome.
On a dartboard,
And
or
then-
do something where you're getting a jab at them.
Yeah, that's awesome because like the one time where your boss is like, "Hey, you mind if I come in and use your bathroom?" And there it is. Yeah. Hey, you're fired.
And now,
Invasive, violating, and just disgusting.
it's Celebrity Trash and Bash.
With Larry, Kathie, and Wiggins.
Sponsored by the Mike Sowell Law Firm. Call 303-GOOD-LAW. Here's Kathie J.
Tonight, it is the return of American Idol.
This is American Idol.
Yeah, Ryan Seacrest will be there.
Obviously, they'll be like, Ryan, we'd really like you to not be friends with the contestants this year
Yeah,
for
right.
whatever reason.
You know, none of them.
Right.
We thought you were safe with girls, but just to be on the safe side.
I wonder if the chemistry is going to be cool because I saw a promo that Katy Perry did with Lionel Richie and the other dude.
Right, Luke Bryan.
Right. And it seemed like it was cut when they were still like not having a chemistry yet.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It was like, all right.
Right.
But they say that Katy Perry none of them are Simon enough.
It's hard to be Simon.
Right.
You know, to put yourself out there. Larry can be Simon.
I was Simon for 2 seasons on Gimme the Mic.
Right. And
it was,
needed security.
No, the first season, I was like, that was great. You were awesome. I loved it because I was all like nervous and I thought it sounded better. And then when I would go watch it at home, I'd be like, they were terrible.
Yeah.
That sucked. What was I thinking? So I was way more harsh on the next season, and that's when I needed walks to the car.
You're right. He did, for real, Volty.
Right. How dare you insult our daughter?
I was just backstage trying to remember cue cards. I didn't.
Kathie was looking fierce. Kathie was like, what you like lost a grip of
Oh,
weight.
yeah, near the end of that, I
Yeah.
lost a lot of weight.
Right. That was your moment to get the Bronco. But
Yeah.
You were dating.
No, for real.
Yeah, that was it.
You know, I totally agree.
That was it. That was our chance to live in a giant house.
Well, I did have the one Bronco. Remember, he called me.
Oh, I know, but I
Yeah.
mean, you could have had your choice
Totally.
of Broncos.
I could have been like,
You were
like,
killing it.
yeah.
I know.
Defensive line.
But then life gets in the way.
Yeah, whatever.
Treats get in the way.
Back to American Idol.
Having kids gets in the
Treats,
way.
Pizza gets
Hey,
in
I'm
the
right
way.
with you, sister.
Ice
And I
cream
do
gets
mean
in the
sister.
way.
Kathy and I are twin sisters.
Back to American Idol. So yeah, you're right. There's not any kind of Simon Cowell. I guess they're the first person who was eliminated. This was a chance for everybody to be like, okay, she's horrible. So let's see how honest the judges are going to be.
Right,
And they
give it
weren't.
to her.
Yep, there was no mean judges happening, and you need mean judges.
Yeah, it doesn't work because it's like people watching already know, like, oh, they're having their opinions. Like half the people think, oh, that person was great. The other half, they sucked.
Right.
And then nobody has the balls to stand up and say they sucked. So that sucks.
So tonight you'll get to see it if you want to watch it. It's
I think it might like not do well.
no, I mean I saw a little and it seemed like
Okay.
it was. I mean, it seemed fine to me.
I know, but that format's just so tired. That's why the show went away. It
Yeah.
was tired. They brought it back too soon. It's like, look how long they waited to bring Roseanne back. Why couldn't you have waited around that long?
And I'm looking forward to Roseanne.
Right. Although that's going to be crazy.
Right, hearing her justify being a Trump supporter. I'm curious. I mean,
Yeah, it's going to be funny.
I mean, from the trailer, it looks like it's the same exact punches that
Right.
made her funny when I was a kid.
Right.
Okay, so speaking of Katy Perry, did she kill a nun?
A what?
A nun.
Nuns don't get any. That's why they're called nuns.
Do you remember the whole legal battle between Katy and the nuns in the house?
Right. She wanted this old, like, I think it was a rectory, and she wanted to turn it into her house.
Yes.
And then somebody else was wanting it too. I think somebody wanted to open a restaurant there or something.
Right. And so the nuns didn't want to give it to Katy, but the church wanted to give it to Katy because Katy was going to leave an area available for retreats for them to come and still use.
Right. There's going to be a nun run, which is kind of like a dog run, but it's just for nuns. So it's like, you can go poop and run over there.
Is it like a chain link fence?
Right. Get it out of your system. Whatever, sister.
River Rock.
Right. A nun run.
Well, one of the nuns who was involved in that legal battle has died right in the middle of a court hearing.
Drama queen.
Larry.
Trying to make a big point.
Disputes-
I'm gonna die. Oh.
Nuns sold the 8-acre property that used to be their convent to a businesswoman for $15.5 million. Nuns themselves bought the property in the early 70s. They felt they had the right to sell it, but the Archdiocese of LA claimed they owned it, so they sold it to Katie.
And of course, the Archdiocese is filled with gay guys. They're like, we love Katy Perry.
Totally.
She wants to live in our thing. Oh, of course.
Oh, my God.
Get out, lesbians. Get out.
There was probably some of that going on.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For real.
Hello.
Right. So they've been in court since 2016. They lost. There were still some legal issues to iron out. So during a court hearing this past Friday, the 89-year-old nun named Sister Catherine Ross Holzman died there on the stand after having chest pains.
And the other
89. She had a good run.
the other attorney was like, I object. What? I don't know. I didn't know what to say.
Katie still hasn't bought the property because the Vatican still needs to approve the sale. How ridiculous.
And then by the time he gets to the Pope, he's going to be like, I love Katy Perry. Teenage Dream. What?
What? Stop it. Carson Daly. You guys know who Carson Daly is?
Oh, yeah.
Carson Daly, yeah, he used to be TRL. How do we not know who he is? It's like,
my God.
cautious of painless fingernails, and he dated Tara Reid. What an accident that was.
Right. And now he is.
On Today Show.
That's right. He's on the Today Show.
Because all those morning shows have to have 30 people on.
Yeah.
And so you're going to show 30 people talking about the same thing.
Right. But Carson, his little niches.
He's now in with
technology or something.
Kind of.
Like
He
always comes
started at that, but now he's like in with them. He's like one of them.
Well, on Friday's Today Show, Carson Daly started talking about his own experiences with anxiety. He said, looking back on my life, I was a worrywart kid. I was always worrying. My father died when I was 5. I had an ulcer when I was in high school. I've been nervous my whole life. He had panic attacks that started happening when he was hosting MTV.
You know why?
TRL.
And you know why he had those panic attacks?
What?
Because that whole time he was like, I'm not Ryan Seacrest. Like Ryan Seacrest came in and showed everybody this is how you do it.
Right, totally. Because Carson came first.
And then it was.
And then when Ryan walked in.
Ryan, when I first saw him, he was on infomercials.
Carson Daly?
No,
Ryan
Seacrest was doing infomercials. That's how he got in the business. And then he did a really good job. And I was like, that guy's good looking. And he's pretty good at doing an infomercial.
Right.
And then the next thing you know, he was like, this is American Idol.
Wow. And this is Brian Dunkeldorf.
Right, there was 2 guys.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah, and there was the dork and him, and then you could tell that he was like, I'm going to be nice to the dork because I have to. But hey, I'm going to show that he's a dork so they get rid of him.
Yeah.
Ah.
And they did.
And then it became his show, and then he got in on E, and the next thing you know, he's producing the Kardashians, and the rest is history.
And his radio show.
Right, which he probably just comes in and records real quick.
Yes, right. Although we beat him here in Denver.
Oh, yeah, he sucks.
I mean,
he really does suck in the mornings.
Yeah.
I mean, he's more suited for the Kelly Ripa show.
Yeah,
Two
for sure.
talking mannequins.
So Carson Daly says about his anxiety that during the days of TRL, that it was he was hardwired and he'd be hospitalized for it. He didn't know that they were panic attacks at the time. He said that you felt like you're dying. I would be like, oh my God, my heart's going to stop. I'm going to have a heart attack. And of course, you're perfectly fine, but it's a very serious thing.
I'm so afraid of panic attacks. I've never had one, but the way people describe them, I'm like, whoa, that sounds pretty hardcore.
Yeah. I've had 1 or 2 maybe, but that's it.
Right.
It's like your worst, when you're just too high. And you're that person that somebody
well, then it
needs to
wasn't
bring
a
milk
panic attack.
to.
It was just you being high in my house.
Yeah.
And Kathy would run out in the middle of the street and go, do you hear that?
I did not.
Aliens.
Cardi B won Best New Artist at the iHeartRadio Music Awards. And she had a message for all the haters.
That's us.
Yep. I want to thank my haters, too, because they be downloading my stuff so they can hear it and talk crap about it. Thank you for the download.
You got to have the haters you have to have polar.
Yep.
People that love you, people that hate you, and then next thing you know, boom. Here's the thing. I don't hate her.
Right.
And I think that she's good on some tracks. So it'll be interesting to see how her career goes. And I think that Nicki's been doing the heavy lifting long enough.
Yeah.
She needed can you take some of the singles? Thanks.
For sure. I just didn't expect her to be so close to Nicki.
I know, but Nicki probably raps in her sleep.
Right.
You know
no,
what I mean?
for sure. Right, Nikki's got like 5 different personalities that rap. Right, exactly.
Nikki, wake up, Nikki.
Ed Sheeran cleaned up at the awards, and Taylor Swift got Best Female, whatever.
Okay.
Best Duo went to Maroon 5.
I still want you to see that video of Taylor Swift with the new song, I Want to Be Your End Game.
Yes.
End Game.
Yeah, you can let me see
Because
it.
when Ed is rapping, that's when she's like, you're my friend, my really ugly little redheaded friend. Don't touch my shoulder, Ginger.
Okay, then I have to.
Right.
I have to. We'll come back, and I want to talk about something about Bill Cosby and OJ.
Oh, nice. In the next Trash and
Yes,
Bash.
right.
Call now.
303-728-3420.
Blazing Hit Radio.
I'm sorry, I guess I dialed the wrong number.
Call or text now.
Hello? I know your secret.
All right. So if you've lived here your whole life, or, maybe 10 years or 5 years, whatever, you've seen the mad influx of people, and everybody talks about it,
Yeah.
just traffic constantly and the price of trying to live here.
There used to be a time, I kid you not, where you could get anywhere in 15 minutes.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
you used to
I
be able
used to live up in Thornton, and I had to go down like
the tech
104th or 120th. That alone is a nightmare these days.
call all those.
I could get anywhere in 15 minutes, so much so that it took me a while to get used to the fact that, because then I was always like 15 minutes late. Because it just took, I was so ingrained to be like, it's a 2:00 appointment down in south side of Denver. I got to leave, 15 minutes early.
For sure. And like what you're talking about, like Colorado Boulevard, 120th,
Yeah.
those main thoroughfares are now little baby highways.
Yeah.
And so if there's if you're close to, a freeway or anything, people now used to have these little side routes you could take.
Yeah.
And now those are all jammed.
People in Thornton and North Glen, they were the only ones that really ever knew about 270.
Right.
That was like their fast way to get to like the airport.
Right. And it's like
now
nobody took it because it
everyone's
stunk.
on. Right. Nobody took it because it stunk, but it was like a little fast way to get through.
Now it's like a
Everyone
regular
takes
freeway.
it.
For sure. So we want you to chime in on this. 303-728-3420. You can text us. You can call us. That's the YOLO Rum line. And we also posted this up and got a ton of response.
Okay, so this one says, husband and I are both Cali transplants, and now we have 2 Colorado anchor babies.
Oh.
So you can't hate on them.
Right.
Right?
Dawn says, legalize marijuana in every state, please, so everybody can move back to their own states. Colorado used to be a better place to live. I'm a native, and I'm tired of the traffic and overpopulation in general.
It's not the weed.
Well, no,
necessarily.
but
I mean, it's great that people have jobs. They don't have to be line cooks or, dishwashers.
No, I think that she's talking about when it first was legalized, it was a big deal, and there was a bunch of people moving here for that reason.
Yeah.
Right. It's also tech jobs. I mean,
For sure.
Yeah, right. This one on the text line says, good morning, guys. Now that Wiggins has been in, are the podcasts going up? I'm dying.
Yes, they will be going up today. We'll start loading them up, so we'll get caught up this week.
That's awesome. Happy Monday. I'm so happy for you, Kathie, on your new dog. Show us pictures.
Oh, he's so cute.
I have pictures, but let me get through today. Maybe I'll take some better ones tonight after I bathe him and stuff. All right.
Robert says, Colorado is no longer the town I grew up in. Traffic is crazy. Lines no matter where you go. Rude people everywhere. If my daughter wasn't here, I'd be leaving.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay. This one says, recently moved to LA. Let me tell you, I miss home.
See?
You think traffic is bad in Denver? No. Come to LA. I'd do anything to deal with the traffic back in Denver.
Right.
Yep. Is people suck driving here? They go on to say they do not know how to do head checks when switching lanes. They don't know how to merge lanes when entering the freeway. It takes an hour to travel 10 minutes. I'm not kidding. Luckily, take the metro so I don't have to deal with it, but it sucks to drive here. At least you all make my commute better by making me laugh. So glad I can hear you.
Oh, yay. We went out and about Saturday with Chris's family.
Yeah.
And we went and drove by where the fire was, that building that caught fire.
Oh, down on Emerson and 18th.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Not only did they notice that, obviously, that had happened and there was all the aftermath of that, just the burnt out, charred, remains of that building and the buildings that were affected by it. But I just noticed driving around how many buildings are going up, how many cranes there are, how many new apartment complexes. So it's like, even as we speak, it's getting more crowded.
Yes, right.
Right.
Right,
Like,
the plans.
You look in like even by Northfield, because when we first moved to Stapleton, there was when the economy crashed right after we moved there. And so then they stopped building, right?
Right, so it's fields.
Right. So then all of a sudden, came back up and the economy started moving again. And now it's like it's going to be seconds before every piece of land is taken.
Yeah.
And so even on Northfield, they're popping up these little apartments and hotels. And I'm like, who's living in all these?
No, you're so right. You want to freak out. Go to the other side of Union Station.
Oh, really?
Go to the other side between the skate park and, on Little Raven.
Wada.
Like, in Wewada. Like, what? Like, there's that Whole Foods. There's the Green Solution, got their place. There's restaurants. There's sky rises of apartments. I mean, it is insane
It's looking
how
like-
much they shoved into that little, 3-block radius.
It's like, I kind of want to say we're looking like a grown-up city now.
No,
Like,
for real.
In other words, it's like when you get a Whole Foods downtown, you've arrived.
Yeah.
It used to be the only high rises were down near the bank building. But now there's high rises on the other end of the cityscape, too.
Right.
Over towards Elitch's. It's crazy.
Right. And so the people that live in those those expensive townhomes and condos and high rises, now they can go get their $12 chicken salad.
Yeah.
Yep.
See?
Right.
Thanks.
Yay.
Enjoy that.
Continue to send us yours. You can definitely read some more. I definitely have one right here.
This one just wanted to know, where do I get a voodoo doll? I really dislike my boss.
Google it. There's definitely people that make funny ones, like my ex-boyfriend voodoo dolls.
Right.
But then I would imagine that could be some links to New Orleans where you'd get a real one.
Can't you just just get a little Barbie outfit and shove it with some cotton?
I guess that
Close
whatever.
it up and stab.
Yeah, but if you order some online, they come with the needles.
Yeah, no, they do.
Right.
And pressure points that you can hit.
Right, exactly. Right through the heart. So hit us up 303-728-3420. What do you feel about the influx of people here? Is it driving you nuts?
I don't care what they say about me.
And now,
I go dumb, I go stupid, I get crazy. Come on and
It's Kathie J's Stupid News.
A lot of fun over the weekend for a lot of people. Like this one. A drunk guy tried to backflip off a ladies' table at a bar.
To impress them,
Yeah.
and then he didn't do it.
landed on the head.
I've seen those. Those are hilarious.
Totally right. Where you're like, they're going to do it. Oh.
Hold my beer.
Right.
Right.
Hold my beer.
Now you're going to have to hold his beer forever because now he's paralyzed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A guy was drunk at a bar in Georgia last week, and he was hitting on a lady. And then he tried to go in and kiss her, and she wanted nothing to do with it, right?
That's way too soon.
You can't just, come on,
I don't want to
dude.
make out with you at the bar, okay? I'm not that kind of girl.
Not tonight. Her and her friends told him to leave the table.
Please leave.
So apparently he tried to save face by making a badass exit.
So you want me to leave? I'll do a backflip out of here.
He tried backflipping off the booth above them and over their table.
Oh, my God.
Come on.
Right.
Unless you are a WWE.
Or a gymnast.
Right.
Or,
Don't be trying this. What
Right.
is wrong with you? But he was drunk. I did say that.
Okay.
So, anyways, not clear if he could do the backflip sober, but he definitely couldn't do it drunk. He crashed through the table and landed on one of the ladies' heads.
Oh, my
So
God.
she got hurt.
Oh, my God.
She got hurt more than him. She was taken to the hospital with a concussion. Cops were trying to track the guy down.
He's all, see, it was meant to be. We're both in the same hospital.
You do love me, huh?
She's all hitting her hell button.
Right.
Help.
Okay, now I read the headline a little too fast the first time. This is what I thought the headline said. Club in Miami is shut down after ladies' underwear is on a horse riding on the dance floor.
Okay, so that tells me a horse came in the club and is wearing ladies' underwear.
Somebody put ladies' underwear on it.
I hope it's not a male horse because then he's have to tuck.
But then, right.
Yeah.
Then I had to go back and read it. Club in Miami is shut down after a woman wearing underwear rides a horse on the dance floor.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right.
That makes more sense.
Right, she was present.
Right, okay.
So there's this trend at a nightclub going around. I got to get more epic and wild. And
Right.
what do you got? And what did you see?
Right, is it that like a bull, like a riding electrical bull?
No. It was a real horse.
Huh.
So
They must have big doors at that club.
yeah, right.
And did the doorman go, hey, have a good night, as he walked in?
There's this lounge in Miami Beach, okay? They took it a little too far. On Wednesday night, they had one of their female employees, so she was an employee.
Okay.
She goes naked in her underwear.
Whoa.
Ride a horse onto the dance floor.
Okay.
And there was also a little person riding the horse at one point, too.
Kind of like a Lady Godiva thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, right.
She's a Greek goddess and her little midget friend.
Right.
Our little friend. Sorry.
Yeah, your little
I know that.
little people
Midgets,
friend.
people don't call midgets.
So it's very dangerous, because, well, I don't know, it's a nightclub and you have a horse in it and the horse could get spooked.
Right.
And the horse did get spooked. He bucked the lady in her underwear off and then bolted out of the club and hurt some people as he was leaving.
Wow.
Yeah, so thank God he made it through the door.
And there she lands in her panties in somebody's lap.
Don't know how the lady's doing, but the horse is healthy and safe, and the police are not letting it go back into the club.
Somebody fed the horse, and then they, you know what I mean? They
put
her panties back on.
How did it? Right. You're so disrespectful, Larry.
Why? It's just called feeding the horse.
It's not called feeding the horse.
And if it's nice, you won't even feel the teeth. It's just like when you give a horse a carrot or an apple, you're supposed to put your hand straight out, not handed to them.
Right.
So then when he takes the carrot, it feels,
right. Soft.
Right.
Yeah.
Feeding the horse.
Okay. Finally, a lady who was injured by a drag queen's bosom is now suing for $1.5 million.
Okay, come on now. The boob couldn't have hurt.
Hey, some of those drag queens have good boobs.
I know, but they're like rubber.
I know, but if you're doing a motorboat in them, you could hurt your neck.
Huh. I've never motorboated a drag queen. Wow.
You haven't?
Oh yes, you haven't. Haven't we all?
I thought we all had.
I have never motorboated a drag queen.
Neither.
But you've motorboated a girl before, right? I mean, you felt the power of a strong chest.
I don't think I ever have. To be quite honest.
Get him, Kathie.
I know. Get ready for a surprise.
Like the thing is, I didn't because that would have been like I was always nervous in front of girls, so I wouldn't have tried anything crazy. I'd have been like, let's just get this over with. No fun. You know what I mean? I'd be like,
okay, but you just had like a big number the other day that you told.
I know,
folks,
and the thing is, my first girlfriend had really big boobs, but again,
you didn't.
It was all out of duty. It was like my friends all getting laid. I'm supposed to get laid,
right?
And then we all talked about it the next day, and it was like. My friends were real adamant. Hey, Larry doesn't have somebody. Oh, it's fine. It's all right.
Good.
Okay, back to this lady. A 53-year-old woman named Neldon. Neldon Molina.
I'm Neldon Molina.
Mm-hmm. And Neldon Molina was going to a friend's birthday at a Hamburger Mary's in Tampa.
Which is a gay hamburger joint.
Yep. And good burgers and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
I like going to Hamburger
Onion
Mary's.
rings, awesome.
Yeah, right. So we have a Hamburger Mary's here in Denver.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So anyways, of course there was a drag show that night. I mean, come on, right?
It's Hamburger Mary's.
Neldon had no idea it was coming. Didn't want any part of it, so she turned her chair away from the stage. Come on, Neldon.
I'm a Trump supporter. I don't like trans. I don't like any of this.
I'm kind of thinking that's what Neldon is. Yes. And of course, drag queens love that kind of stuff when you turn your chair around from them. They're coming for you.
They're all, yo, bitch.
Yep, right.
Yes, queen.
You're drawing more attention to yourself if you just would have just stood there
and handed him a dollar like
in.
everybody else.
So one of the drag queens walked on over and jammed Neldon's head right between her breasts and started wiggling them as hard as she could into her face. Neldon says she wound up with neck pain and she's had issues with her spine and she gets severe headaches ever since it happened.
And now I think I'm bisexual.
Yeah. Now she's suing Hamburger Mary's for $1.5 million for the medical costs, mental and physical pain. She's going to ruin the fun for all of us.
I know that now the drag queens are going to be told, please leave a barrier between you and the client.
Yeah.
There'll be no more dancing or booby grinding.
Right.
Yeah.
Funny you say that because as for the club, the mayor of Miami says that their stunt showed insane stupidity and irresponsibility, and the club's business license has been revoked.
See, it's going to be like
that's not cool.
When you go to see Shamu and you sit in the no splash zone.
Yeah.
Right. It's like nothing fun is going to happen.
Right, but it's still good.
I guess, but I mean, you're not going to have that, where they come out into the audience and do stuff. Right. Thanks a lot.
Boo.
Call or text us now
I'm so excited.
on the YOLO Rum phone line.
Alexa, will you be my friend?
Of course we can be friends.
303-728-3420.
You seem very nice.
All right, so we continue the topic of people that are tired of how crowded Denver is and how much it costs to live here. This from the comment thread on Instagram. It's sad. I'm from Denver for 23 years native. I can't move back because of the amount of people and the price of things. It's outrageous. I miss home. Sad face. And then right behind that was like, same here. I was born out there. My mother moved us to Denver when we were 15 in 1989. Moved away, tried to move back, and prices deterred that. I miss Denver. Oh.
If I would have moved, I probably wouldn't have been able to move back. You know, it was the fact that I got my house a while ago, you know.
Right. Well, I mean, like, you can still stay in Denver. It's not that crazy. I think what you have to do is find an old person who doesn't know that it's happened.
Yeah.
Like, you can still rent this basement for $1.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
When are you dying?
Yeah, right. Exactly. No family.
Right.
Aw.
So, right. So there's all those little situations because there are still like homes in between the big homes that are being, you know, causing the gentrification or whatever.
Yeah, right.
And then there's also the moving out, you know, moving to 130 something.
Yeah.
Where you can still still afford to live here, but it's not going to be the convenience of living right down in Denver.
I think it's now moved. I think it's more like 180th now. Larry.
No doubt.
It used to be 136. Now it's
No, for sure.
way more. You gotta go to Erie.
The farther out you go, the more affordable it is.
Yeah, for sure. This one says, just wait until Amazon headquarters comes. That's 50,000 jobs, and they'll be ready to fill them.
See, and that's awesome. Like, I want to be excited for us to get that because I think, oh, that's cool. Because in the future, I mean, you know, like we said, there's some cities where it's super crowded, and this place makes it seem like it's not as crowded, so we should appreciate it now because eventually it's going to be like the sci-fi movies where they build up and there's spaceships and drones flying everywhere. You know what I mean? Don't you think it's going to eventually be like that?
Charlie on Facebook says, yeah, and everybody who's sick of how packed Colorado is, please stop moving here to Arizona where I am.
Right.
Yeah.
There's overflow of people that dipped out of here that went somewhere else, but at least the people that we sent that were from Colorado know how to drive in the snow.
Right, in Arizona.
Oh, yeah. Damn it. No skills needed.
Right, they're going to forget all those skills.
Right. Although with crazy weather, who knows? It could eventually snow there.
Right, they'll know how to take on that rainstorm.
Sandslide.
This one says, I'm pretty sure only fourth generation Coloradans like myself can say that.
Right.
Sure, it's crowded, but it's also booming, which is a good thing. Also, we're not done sucking the life out of and money out of y'all yet.
This person said, I just need affordable rent. Almost impossible for a single person to live here. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, because if you were like set on living alone, welcome to having a roommate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I used to be like, wow. Like the goal was to get as far as you could away from a roommate so you could just have your own space. And now it's like, anyone? How about 2 roommates?
Yeah.
T. Zollner says, no, Colorado is beautiful and amazing. Love the growth. Bring the new people, new ideas, the future. And then everybody hated him.
Jessica Renee says, wow, why do natives have to hate so much? I moved here in 2013 to make better money and have my own successful business. Nothing to do with weed, but still get so much hate from natives about it. Come on now. Just because you were born here doesn't give you ground to claim all land's yours. Stop with your hate. Some of us are good people.
Well, yeah. And if you think about it this way, you know, like when we have the Denver Broncos that do so well and we have these high profile things that happen in Denver, we're all so excited and proud. Like, look at everybody. We're Denver, Colorado.
Right.
This is how we do. And that is attractive to a lot of people.
Yeah, people are like, I want to do like that too.
Right. So you've been basically on your social media and, you know, nationally, we've been doing a commercial to move here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now everybody's mad that everybody moved here.
Right.
Yeah.
We've been fighting for this.
Right.
And exactly.
We wanted
it's
to
here.
We wanted to piss with the big boys.
Right. We
Look,
wanted
now
to
we're
be,
peeing.
Right. We
Right.
wanted an IKEA, you sons of bitches.
We did, right?
Right. I was telling Chris about this. It's so funny because we used to be like, we just want a what is that other market? Trader Joe's. We would just covet that when we go to another city, we'd be like, let's run to their Trader Joe's and walk around it. And now that there's a Trader Joe's every 5 feet, we're like, eh.
Right. How often when was the last time you went?
I don't know. They have really good cereal.
Yes.
And they have, I would go there mostly. They have lots of good treats.
Yeah, like snacks and
Totally.
trail mixes.
Right.
Yeah, just random stuff that you're like, oh, well, I guess
didn't know
will
they
try that.
chocolate covered that.
Mm-hmm. This one says, I just finally got my house, so keep it coming. I need the equity.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This person says, I've been sharing the rent with people that I live with, and now all of them are leaving me because it's too expensive because the rent went up. Now he's stuck with the rent alone.
Oh, damn.
Ooh. Damn.
That's gotta suck.
That's why you have to have people sign little baby leases within the lease.
Yeah,
if
right.
That's even possible.
Like if they're breaking the lease.
Breaking the lease.
Breaking the lease. Can't stop progress. It sucks, but it's the truth.
Right. This person said, I moved to Las Vegas, and it seems to be a little more manageable here, but it's getting to be just like Denver.
Totally.
Yeah.
Let's see. This one says what you were saying, Larry. Legalize marijuana in every state so they can move back to their own state. Colorado used to be a better place to live. I'm a native. Tired of the traffic and the overpopulation.
Yeah, right?
But I don't think, I think it contributed to it, the marijuana, but I think it's a lot of other stuff too.
We're over that now.
Right.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to come live here?
Weather,
right?
People
sunny
are
it's always sunny all the time.
Yeah. 4 seasons.
Growing Herb says, wah, wah, your home values went up 600%. Everybody just shut up. It's a healthy economy. This is BS.
See, that's if you don't have a house.
Right.
You're going to be more mad.
Right.
If you're somebody has been here since day one and renting and doesn't have a stake in anything of it. Yeah.
Right. This person says, this is Shannon. She says, no kidding. I work at a doctor's office, and it's getting harder and harder to get people in because we have an overwhelming amount of new people moving here. So I guess the new
takes up the space.
I guess
she needs to get her Yelp ratings up.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Action.
And now,
all tea, all shade, hunty.
Celebrity Trash and Batch with Larry, Kathie, and Wiggins.
Can I get an amen up in here? Sponsored by the Mike Sawyer Law Firm. Call 303-GOOD-LAW. Here's Kathie J.
Black Panther soundtrack is back at #1 on the charts.
Back in black.
that's cool.
And it's a good soundtrack.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Greatest Showman is in second. Migos is #4.
Culture 2.
Say what?
The Culture 2, that's the name of their album.
Oh, yeah. Culture 2, yeah. Have you heard it?
Yeah, it's Migos.
Oh.
If you, hey! You know,
right.
Right.
Ed Sheeran, #5 with Divide. He also cleaned up last night at the iHeart Music Awards. Ed Sheeran did.
Yeah, Ed got a haircut.
Yes.
They were Sheeran, Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, right. If someone didn't take advantage of that caption,
right.
Post when he got his haircut, then they are just losers. He needs better people.
It's funny because I could take anybody to the guy that cuts my hair, Wah, and he will make them look like $1 million.
Right.
But I think even Ed Sheeran, it'd still be like, wah, wah.
Right.
Still Ed Sheeran.
Right.
It made it worse.
Although
somehow it made it worse.
You can see his face more.
When Mr. Efficient went there, it didn't look good. I don't know what it was.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, your hair's grown out. Maybe I'll do that cool thing that the guys do, where it's thin on the sides, and some cool thing up top, and it didn't look good.
Oh, so then let's send him back.
No.
Yes, and we'll send him to the other side of the salon where they do dramatic, cool hair colors,
right? Exactly.
And extensions.
He can, with matching eyeshadow.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bill Cosby. He had his TV family for over a decade.
Right.
Right? And now Lisa Bonet is actually talking about Bill Cosby
publicly. Yeah, because everybody kind of banded together, I think, initially, because they were like, we like our check that we get for the show being reruns.
Yep, syndication, right?
Right. So why are we going to mess with that? I think that's also why the woman that played the wife,
Felicia Rashad,
right, and then
she wasn't going near him with any kind of bad stuff.
Right, and so this made me think initially that clearly he behaved on the set.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what made me think that. But then remember we heard from women who said that he said
come over and audition for a role on the show.
He's all come audition in my mouth for a role on the show.
Yeah, some of them got drugged.
Right.
So Lisa Bonet, she has never publicly commented on the rape allegations until now. In a new interview, Lisa Bonet, who played Bill Cosby's daughter, one of his daughters, his oldest daughter. No,
there
middle
was one
daughter.
older.
Right, middle daughter. Lisa denied any previous knowledge of specific actions. However, she didn't seem surprised by the accusations. Lisa Bonet said, there was just energy. And that type of sinister shadow energy can't be concealed. You'd always feel it when he was around.
She's like, you'd stand up and he'd smell your chair.
She said, Lisa Bonet said that she sensed a darkness always when he was around and added, if I had anything more to reveal, then it would have happened a long time ago. That's my nature. I would have talked about it because the truth will set you free.
So like I said, he behaved on the set.
Yes.
So the actors, he was very professional. He didn't hit on them. He probably didn't even hit on the wife. But once he left the set, it was him, being him.
And also, the reason why Lisa Bonet and Bill Cosby, they kind of had a falling out. And the funny thing is, because Lisa Bonet took on a movie where she was doing a nude scene with Mickey Rourke. And Bill Cosby was like, you shouldn't be doing it. He disagreed with her career choice or something. And then she also did a topless photo for another interview that she did. And so he didn't agree with the fact that she was doing all these nude sex scenes, right?
So why are you doing all this without me?
So, that's weird. That's gross. So in response to that, Lisa Bonet says, I don't need to say I told you so. I just leave all that to karma and justice and what will be. And look at what's come.
You mean you could have warned everyone?
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of warned everyone, wow. Did you all see the O.J. Simpson?
Yeah, I did not see that. And
Okay.
I just think I still am completely thrown by the whole premise of the whole thing.
Right. So this goes off the book, If I Did It, that he wrote.
That somebody else supposedly wrote that he took credit for
And then the Goldmans now have publishing rights to it, so they get any money if it sells.
Right.
Right. So it's a hypothetical account of how he murdered Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman.
Right. And so he reads it.
Yes. So here it is. Last night, he read it, and it was a show on Fox, okay?
And this was when he was younger.
Mm-hmm. So if you watch the O.J. saga, the show that you watched, Larry,
apparently the American Crime Story.
Apparently, then you didn't really learn anything new watching his confession last night. There's a potential twist where something you didn't see on last night's show. Publisher Judith Reagan's the one who conducted the interview with O.J. way back in 2006. In a new interview for the special, she claims that when O.J.'s lawyer first contacted her to do the book, he said O.J. was ready to confess, but only on one condition. He wouldn't actually say he did it. The book had to have ifs in the title so he could have deniability with his own children. In other words, he wanted to confess while still being able to tell his kids he didn't do it.
How awkward.
Isn't that weird?
And he's better for it. He's like, now that I got that off my chest, I can move forward.
Yeah. The
Right.
truth will set you free, just like Lisa Bonet said.
Right. And then he got his instant karma by trying to kidnap that guy for his stuff that he was getting. And then he went to jail for 10 years.
Yeah, right. Yep. They gave him the penalty there.
Right.
Jules Santana, when are you going to learn? Come on, everybody. Don't take a gun to TSA.
For real. It's like, and then dip out and leave somebody else to hold it.
Right. Well, that is why you have your boys with you, isn't it?
They don't know that.
They carry the weed.
They don't know that.
Carry the gun.
They're like, oh my God, he's so nice to me.
Right.
Hold what? Where are you going? What? Oh, he's great.
I'm sure it was like a real Chanel bag. Jules Santana got caught with a gun in his carry-on bag at Newark Airport, New Jersey, Friday. He thought he could get it through security for some strange reason.
Purse first.
And when it showed up on the x-ray, he ran from TSA.
What did he think? That they were going to be like, and then, they long for this moment.
Yes.
They trained for this moment. They're like,
get him!
Hey, it's actually what we,
Hey, do it, run!
They were so into the moment that they let him get away. They're like, look, does that look like what I think it is?
Yeah.
And they're all, oh my God.
We're being tested.
Yeah,
oh my
right.
God. Are there cameras around?
Where'd he go? Oh, crap.
We lost him.
Right.
Jules Santana's rep said he was in contact with authorities about turning himself in. We will see today if he turns himself in.
Oh my God, that's just the worst. And then that whole lead up, and then you got to go through the process.
Right, totally. You idiot.
Blazing Hit Radio.
I love that morning show.
Now with more us.
They wake me up.
Better music, less commercials, more Larry and Kathie.
In the morning, in the shower.
We just want you to know, if you're listening to us here in Colorado and you live here now, you're cool with us. It's anybody that moves here from this point on.
You can't say that.
Yeah, they don't even know these new people that moved here.
No, you can't say it.
So your guys are cool. It's the new people that we don't like.
It's kind of funny when you think about it, because it's like on a bigger scale, like our country. Like a lot of my ancestors came here from somewhere else. Where do you draw the line? Everybody's got a right to, come to Colorado or come to America.
Oh, no, for sure. I mean, even Trump's wife isn't from this country.
Yeah. Right.
Right. She was a porn star in Czechoslovakia. And look where she's now the first lady.
She wasn't necessarily a porn star. She was a really hot lady that had no future.
No, she was a porn star.
Oh.
She was in adult stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
she was? I thought it was just nudie photos.
No, they have her like with other chicks and stuff like this, which is ironic because now her husband's in trouble with a porn star.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So she's like, I really can't be mad at him. I should have seen this coming.
Right, but no, she's mad.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know if she's mad. She just always looks mad.
Yeah, true.
Right. So she could be thrilled.
Right.
I mean, I think anybody that takes him off of her is like, she's like, she probably is the one that gave her the $130,000. She's like, please do it for a long time.
Please do it for your country.
Please. She's like, don't you hate when he gets up in the morning and you see the hair?
Ew.
In the shower, it's probably all to the side.
Right. Oh. Although I do like that he's taken it on, his hair, and laugh
One
about
time, he talked about his scary bald spot, and he had to because we all saw it.
Yeah.
We saw the back of Darth Vader's head.
Right.
Anyway, we still have a couple texts from people that were talking about the fact that it's really hard to live here with all the new people.
Yes. This one says, Larry, you used to support the transplants in our growing city. You used to support us. What changed?
You know what changed? I knew that by posting this, I'd get like over 1,000 likes. So I knew I was tapping into something. So,
you're hitting the vein.
Exactly. And the thing is, I initially was very excited about all the new people moving here until I had to drive across town a couple times.
Right.
Yeah.
And it really is a challenge. And, you kind of have to build in almost an hour extra just to not be late.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. This one says, I'm a Colorado native. Traffic is killing me. I've been rear-ended twice going home from work on I-70. I'm so sick of it. I finally just started working from home, and it really burns me out that my friends that have lived here my whole life can't afford a home. That's really not fair.
No, for sure. And then it's like the reason that they got rear-ended is because it's so stop-and-go traffic, and everybody's looking at their freaking phone.
Totally.
Right. It's like, did I get any likes between Sheridan and Colfax? You know what I mean?
I was filming myself, like I was behind somebody and we were merging onto I-25 South.
Okay.
Like at Bucktown over there by Downing. You know how it takes a second and then you merge on and then you have to pass the university exit and then you finally... Right. So I was really mad because we're merging onto I-25 and the person in front of me was going 40.
That kills me. We're about to get on a freeway where people are going at sometimes 80.
Right. So I start filming it and I'm like, here we are. Here we go. We're going 45. See, that's the highway passing us right now. We're about to merge on with all these people and they're going 45. And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, well, they didn't get over into the final lane to get on the highway. So maybe, and then I pass her and she's on her phone. And I start yelling so the video showed that I'm a little too out of control. So once I finally watched it, once I got home, I was like, Kathie, you could never post
Right,
this.
exactly. I've done that too. It is so funny. And that's what, I highly recommended. I was saying that a lot of people, we all should be like the Kardashians and have camera crews following us at all times.
Yes.
Because it would make it so much easier for you to be like, well, I'm kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
Or I'm totally a bitch or whatever.
Right.
And then you could also be like, I'd be like all the time going, see, Chris, You did say that. And can you play that back?
That is,
and
that
then
is
you
so Larry.
did say that.
Of course you would want it
exactly.
for
So
argument.
you technically won that argument there because you lied.
Oh, my God.
Now I win.
Which just makes me want to kill you.
We all need a reality camera crew around us.
This one on the text line at 303-728-3420 says, my family and I moved to Brighton, born and raised in North Denver, not the Highlands, North Denver. I love Brighton. No traffic. Going to the store to get some milk does take really 10 minutes, but don't move here. It's full. It's very busy here. Don't come up here.
You heard him. Everybody, let's go to Brighton. Come on.
Everybody, man. That's Brighton.
Oh my God, we're going to Brighton.
Oh, Brighton by water towers.
Beep, 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 beep.
That's where I got my license. Christopher and I went and got our licenses in Brighton.
If you
did our
listen
little
to the
driving test when we were 16.
If you listen to the show on a reg, you'll hear Kathie once in a while just bring up my husband, throws it in my face. Oh, that's when me and Chris used to get our license and we'd go there and then have sex in a field.
No.
Or whatever.
We went up there because back in the day, there wasn't even enough cars to parallel park on your test between.
Oh, okay.
So literally, there were no cars. They were like, well, just pretend like you're parallel parking. It was like, sure. Yay, I passed.
Congratulations, Kathie. Your name Kathie?
Yep.
Nice to meet you and your gay boyfriend.
He's not gay.
He's been looking at me the whole time.
He really likes me.